So good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Retired Living Truth Series. My name's Brett Janelle, and I'll be your host this morning for our community virtual tour of MorningStar. And with me today to give us our tour of MorningStar is Leann Briggs, and I'll hand it over to Leann in just a moment. But I just want to thank all of you for being on I think this is our 5th virtual tour, and I recognize a number of you have been on a number of the tours. We've toured a range of different communities, from independent living, assisted living, memory care. Some have everything under one roof, some are just one or the other, or maybe two. And then for today with MorningStar, beautiful community we have here in Sparks. And MorningStar is both, well, it's all three actually: independent living, assisted living, and memory care. And I'm sure we'll learn a lot more about that from Leann. So let me just hand it over to you, Leann. Welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to give us all a tour of your beautiful community. And yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Brett. Just like Brett had touched on, I do want to thank all of you guys for giving me the opportunity to show you around our wonderful community here at MorningStar. We are super excited to be running around, jumping these days and keeping things going as normal as possible during these kind of chaotic times. So we'll go ahead and touch a little bit about what we offer here at MorningStar, get a little pictures, of course, and then at the end, wrap it up with any questions you guys might have that I didn't cover. We're going to go ahead and start with our presentation and get that rolling. Interesting. We are going to next screen. Sorry, guys, it did this to me earlier. I do apologize. It kicks me off all the time.
You're good, Leann. And Leann will take questions at the end of the tour. So just jot down your questions as we go along, and Leann will be happy to answer them once she's got through the tour.
Right. Let me go ahead and start the screen. There we go. Always a little difficult with technology today for me. So please bear with me through this. We will do full screen. I'm assuming everybody can see it, correct?
Perfect, Leann.
Okay. So this is a picture of our lovely front of the building. As you can see, we have a very grand entrance. Off to the left side of the screen of the picture is your assisted living. On the right side is our independent living. Independent is actually 4 floors, so it's a little bit taller than our assisted living, but we do offer quite a bit for both neighborhoods. And then, of course, memory care would be located in the back, and that's just 1 level. This is a little bit about MorningStar Culture. Up on the left hand is Ken Yeager. He is our CEO and founder. He founded this company a little over 20 years ago. He is very focused on providing the best care he can for seniors and, you know, reliving everything that they have offered us. We want to give it back just as much. A little bit about our mission here is we do honor God in our business practices. We value all of our seniors and invest generously in our team, and of course, our community and the world. MorningStar does have a little bit of a religious backtone. You do not have to be religious to live here. We have quite a few people who aren't, and we embrace everybody equally here. We do offer religious services if you're interested. If not, there are plenty of other things to do in the community and plenty of people to still hang out with. One of our things that we are very big on is the Hope is Rising. That screen right there actually shows the, basically it's an orphanage that we sponsor in Nicaragua. It's called Casa Bernabe. So we do a lot of fundraising throughout the year to help them. Some of our, staff members' paychecks, they donate every paycheck to that orphanage to help these children. So we're not only giving back in our local community, we're also helping the world as much as we possibly can. Up on your right hand is the Tree of Life. This basically honors our 3 main principles. It is the trunk of the tree is our core staff members. The branches and leaves are our residents. And then the ground is our home office that kind of, populates the rest of us to grow and take care of each other. Radiance down in the bottom is our service program. So our customer service is called Radiance here at MorningStar. We want to provide the best we can, even if that's, just doing minor things of saying good morning to you in the morning, getting things off top shelves if you can't reach it, coming in and picking up something, having a conversation with you if you've had a very long day. Sometimes things can happen with family members or at doctor's appointments. So we're here to cover all of those bases, not just, provide you the food or, provide the housekeeping. We're actually here to become a family and become an intricate part of your life every single day and your family's life as well. Morningstar really takes the family aspect to heart here. We get really attached to everyone and we end up becoming one big happy family. Thank God it's the holidays. This is our favorite season here because we get to see a lot of people we don't during the year. So we try to spend as much time together and we do quite a few activities that are involved of getting family members and our residents all in one place. Obviously not right now, but we are doing things virtually to try to keep that philosophy going here. We're going to start with our independent living. So independent living starts around $29.50 a month, and those can range from 1 bedrooms, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and 2 bedroom, 2 baths. Each floor plan actually has a variety of sizes. So if you want a little more space or a walk-in closet, or you want 2 bedrooms, or you want a utility closet, there are multiple floor plans that can accommodate those. Nice things here at MorningStar that we include are full kitchens. That's going to include a oven, stove, full-size refrigerator, microwave, and a dishwasher. Just in case you feel like making a 6-course meal, you can throw everything in the dishwasher and not worry about that later. All of our independent rooms offer outdoor spaces. So first floor would be a patio. Second floor would be a balcony. In independent living, we do have 4 floors. And they do variety on the outside of the building or the inside the building. So views can be specific. If you like courtyard views, that's an option. Mountain views, good option. If you're a people watcher, definitely recommend the front of the building. You'll get a lot of that in. We also offer utility closets in quite a few of our floor plans. And those utility closets can range from, walk-ins to walk-in closets, variety of sizes there for that. And then of course, high ceilings, which makes it a little more spacious, makes it kind of feel a little bit more open. It definitely makes the rooms brighter. Obviously, natural light is a great thing we can offer here at MorningStar and very essential. You can only fit so many lamps in one room. So we are glad that we have that aspect to offer. Next is going to be assisted living. So that is just located on the left side of our building, right down the hall. Everything is enclosed. So you'd never have to leave the building to go visit your friend in assisted living or vice versa in independent living. So everything is enclosed. Our assisted living starts at $39.71, and those floor plans can include 1 bedroom, 1 bath, or 2 bedroom, 2 baths, for those couples that may want to live separately in the rooms. If you have one person who's getting care and one person who's not, sometimes it's nice to have that extra bedroom where, you can have your privacy and your extra space if you need it. In the rooms, we do offer kitchenettes, as you can see up in the left, right-hand corner. That is a full-size refrigerator and a microwave, and then of course some cabinetry. We do offer locking drawers on those cabinetries for any kind of medication or personal items that you'd like to lock up. Because there are times, when we're in the room, or if you want that extra security, knowing your personal possessions are safe. We also include personalized care plans here in assisted living. So that means we make your care for what you need. It's not like a package where, we offer all of this and you have to take it all or none of it. This is personalized. So we offer exactly what you need, exactly how you need it. We also offer an in-house pendant system. So that's kind of like those life alert buttons, but we like to call ours more of a concierge button. We say that because those buttons are for care, but they're also for things, like I forgot what time lunch may be. Hey, do you know what activities are going on right now? I can't reach the top of my shelf to get my cereal out of the cabinet. Things like those, we love to help. We definitely love coming in, having a conversation. It gives us a great excuse, to come bug you. So we do love spending time with our residents and helping them with anything they need, not just, oh, well, can you help me get dressed, or, oh, can you help me take a shower? Those buttons are there for any kind of needs. Good news, all of our rooms in the building actually include walk-in showers, not just for assisted living. And walk-in showers would mean there's just a little bit of a lip on it, but no tubs. Thank God. There are handrails throughout the walk-in showers. So if you needed to put like a seat in there, or if you just wanted that extra stability, there are handrails in those showers to provide that. Next, we move on to what we call reflections, as everyone else calls it in the community, is memory care. We like to call it reflections because it is a reflection of your life, of who you were, who you are, and who you may become. So we like to kind of incorporate all of that in our memory care, because it's, not just who you are at the moment, there's past and future to still come. And we still want to be able to reflect on those, ideas, those memories, everything to live through. 2 floor plans included in memory care. That would be private suites where you have a studio in your own bathroom, or a semi-private suite where it's kind of like a Jack and Jill status. When you first walk in, you have bookshelves, and then you have 2 living rooms, bathroom in the middle. So you still have a little bit of privacy in your own space, but it is kind of a Jack and Jill style room. Good thing with our memory care is actually included. So there's no additional price for care, which makes it kind of a flexible area. Obviously things can be day to day with Alzheimer's and dementia, or even some of our residents in general. So we're able to kind of work with that. It's a little more hands-on, because some days you'll need a little care, some days you might need more care. With memory care, we're able to kind of flex with those. We always want our residents to stay as independent as possible. So we do promote that they provide as much of their own personal care as they can, with us kind of just assisting when needed. So in memory care, that's a very good opportunity for people to kind of still continue to grow, or at least have the one-on-one help that they may need at the time. We do specialized activities back there. That can include fitness programs, cognitive games. We do a lot of things that keep the brain active, keep the hands moving, keeping them as, versatile as possible. It's very routine back there as well, which is great. Consistency is key for those kind of residents. We want them to kind of just have a routine that they know they're going to wake up, get dressed, get showered, go to breakfast, have an activity, and continue the day in a routine. It also helps them kind of know what's coming next. Lavender Sky is our training back there. So this is a specialized training that all of our staff members go through, that focuses on how to help better provide care for our Alzheimer's and dementia residents. It's an ongoing, thing in the community. They can have different days, different things can come up. So we constantly are trying to, stay with the times and learn as best as we can to help those residents. We want them to still be as happy and functioning and fully capable as much as possible without agitating them. Sometimes, having people around when you're not having a good day, not always the best. But we do try to, provide the best care that we can, and give that space if need be. Lavender Sky is just absolutely amazing. We named it Lavender Sky because lavender is supposed to be calming. So we do go through that full program. Everyone goes through that program, including myself, our executive director, and all of our care managers. We all have interactions with our residents every single day. So we want to make sure we're all providing that excellent care. The last thing is our IN2L program. This is a special program created. It is a personalized profile for each one of our residents. And we create these profiles for certain reasons. We want them to be able to pull up family photos. We want them to be able, if they want to play a game, they can play a game on there. If they want to listen to 50s rock and roll, that'll be on there. Everything about their life and what makes them smile is what we put on that program. We want them to still be interactive, and that helps them with that, and still be social so they can do it together with other residents. It's a very great program. If anyone has any questions later, we'd love to walk through it at another date if you're really interested in memory care. It's absolutely great. Things that would be included with your rent are listed here. We'll start with independent living. We do provide 3 meals a day for independent living. So that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We also do weekly housekeeping. That includes your linen service. So we'll come in, make your bed, change out your sheets, change out your towels. We include all utilities. So electricity, water, sewer, garbage, all of that's included. So you'll never have to worry about, dealing with waste management again. We do that. Basic cable is included, and that is through our senior TV. It's almost about 85 to 100 channels, and it gets your basic, A&E, Hallmark, History Channel, PBS. We have the movie channel. There's also music channels as well. So lots of coverage there. We provide a landline, so you'll get a phone number provided, or you can bring your current phone from home if you're interested, but there's no extra charge for that. Wi-Fi throughout the building. So if you love your technology, you'll be able to do that. We also include basic transportation. So basic transportation is going to be to and from doctor visits, to and from offsite activities that we might have, to and from shopping trips. And then, of course, activities on site are included. We'll go over the activities in just a few minutes, but all of those would be included. Now, everything I've mentioned is included in assisted living and memory care. Plus, in those 2 neighborhoods, we'll do weekly laundry service and daily trash removal. So those are 2 extra things added. Okay. So pretty much everything you'll need will be included in your rent. The only thing that might be different is if you're in assisted living or memory care needs. Okay. Next is going to be our activities. I had to keep this one short. We do so many activities daily and monthly. Even right now with everything going on, we're still active in the community. On average, we have about 5 to 7 activities a day. So enough to keep you active, keep you out of your room, and enough to meet a bunch of people to, make friends with and have socialization. Those can include fitness programs. Sit and Be Fit's probably our most popular. We offer chair yoga and then a strength training class. That was taught by our personal trainer who came in once a week on Thursdays. He is very good. He helps our residents learn how to use the machines in our gym, how to do exercises to keep their strength up or keep, agile. So he's really good to talk to, and he comes on Thursdays. Arts and crafts. Now, I only listed ceramic painting and seasonal crafts because I could probably spend the next 3 hours telling you everything that we've done for arts and crafts. We try to have at least one a day. Every Sunday is our biggest arts and crafts day. We spend probably about 4 hours a day doing arts and crafts. So if you're a big crafter, we'd love to have you. One thing that we did recently is actually make masks for the community. We had quite a few residents who had sewing machines and were great at sewing and ended up making almost about 450 masks within a month period. We had other residents who were making blankets for our residents who, just wanted something to cuddle with. We've made wreaths this Christmas. We made coffee mugs. Lots of different arts and crafts here in the community. Good news with our activity program is it is input based. So our residents do have input on what we can, do. We have resident led activities and staff-led activities. So if you're really good at arts and crafts and you have something that you're super specialized in, like, sugar cookie making, or you make killer Santa hats, we definitely would want to add that to the activity list. Most of our residents are pretty active, so they love doing new things. My next favorite is happy hours. We offer 3 different weekly. And then, of course, if we can find a reason to throw a party here at MorningStar, trust me, we'll do it. All major holidays get parties. We start with Margarita Mondays. We go to mimosas on Saturdays, and then happy hour Thursdays. I separated the one on Thursdays because we do offer hors d'oeuvres, and occasionally we will have live music performances with that happy hour. So those can really, be a variety depending on what's going on. Okay. Cooking demonstrations also huge here. If you guys are big on watching TV, you may have seen some of our cooking demonstrations on TV. We also put them up on social media accounts as well. Lots of people in this community can cook, let me tell you. They do a really good job. Right now we're doing virtual visits. So kind of like what we're doing here on Zoom. This is how we are connecting with our outside family members. We want our residents to see them as much as possible. We like to visit them. So we are doing virtual visits to keep them connected, especially during this time. Other things we offer are clubs, huge on clubs. These are just a few to mention. Knitting club, we have the gardening club for our garden room, financial advisory club, and resident council. So resident council is very crucial here in our community. They are the ones who give us kind of the eyes and the ears when we don't get to spend time with all 200 residents. So they're the ones that bring in the ideas. They let us know what's going on, how the residents might be feeling, things that we need to fix, things that they want to add to the community. All of that is brought to our attention with our resident council, with president, vice president, and the chairmans. So an opportunity to become political if you've never been or you want to be. Otherwise, they are good people to reach out and voice things to as well. Games, huge gaming community here. Not just bridge, cribbage, bingo, and poker. We also do dominoes, Scrabble. We've also done tournaments. They do blackjack. Pretty much almost anything you can think of our residents have done or currently do, with 200 of them, quite a few people with quite a few things. So it's a good variety. We also do offsite activities. Obviously, COVID's put a little bit of a damper on that right now, but we are extremely ready to bring that back. We currently have 2 buses and a van to provide transportation. And some of the offsite activities we've done before is going to Hot August nights. We've done the rib cook-off here in Sparks. We've gone out to Virginia City. We've gone out to Lake Tahoe and had lunch on the lake. We've done the train ride. We've done it all. We did have weekly offsite activities that included maybe going to the movies or the library. We definitely went out for lunch, definitely went out for dinner. So all of those things would be a possibility once we can reopen and, get back out in the community safely. Those will be things, that you'll have access to. So you're not, just stuck in the community. You actually have other things and other places to go if you want to with your fellow neighbors, okay? So kind of a community thing we do. These are just some pictures of activities that we've done, well, very, very recently, actually. Cinco de Mayo is probably our oldest. As you can see, we did carts during COVID. Since we couldn't group together in our activities area, we did carts. We brought that to our residents' doorsteps just to make sure everybody was safe and socially distanced. We also did carnival carts. Every time a resident has a birthday, we celebrate it every single time, every single day. We'll find ways of making that day extremely special for you and then special for everyone else in the community. Easter was huge here. We also celebrated our Grandparents' Day. That was a huge celebration. We have quite a few here who are grandparents, a couple who are great grandparents. So we definitely take pride in that as well. Down the middle towards the right, it was our Veterans Day celebration. We have a huge group of veterans here and veteran spouses. Surprisingly, we've gotten lucky enough to just keep bringing them in. And we do celebrate them and honor them every single day, not just on Veterans Day. All the way on the right is one of our residents decorating our Christmas tree. We are very big in getting our residents involved in the community in all aspects. So that includes helping us decorate for holidays, helping us bake, helping us cook. We definitely want you to continue to feel like this is their home and to be a part of it. We're not just here to do everything for you. This is your home. You would have decorated it for Christmas. We provide that same thing here as well. These are just a few of our social common areas. Up on the left is one of our dining rooms. As you can see, it is socially distanced and set for COVID. Little smaller in the picture, but we do have tables that seat 4. So if you still wanted to eat with your friends or wanted to have that socialization, you still have access to. Otherwise, if you just, aren't having the momentary socialization you wanted and you just want to come eat lunch and go back to your room, we do have individual tables that can accommodate that as well. Our lobby, obviously decorated for Christmas right now. We did just recently go through a mini facelift. We currently have carpeted and repainted all of our common areas on the 1st and 2nd floor. We will potentially be working on the 3rd and 4th later on in the year as well, but a little bit different look. So if you've ever seen MorningStar before, it does look just a tad bit different now. On our right is our gym. So full service gym, and then our aerobics room is connected to that. So if you are active and do want to do fitness, the gym is somewhere that you'd be able to do that with. There's also a very great walking path that borders this building. That is something we use very lucrative in the summer, to the point where we have, groups in the morning who walk and groups in the evening who walk. Obviously want to keep everybody, as healthy and active as possible. So we really are lucky enough to have that walking path. Next are a few more common areas. We've got our cinema where we play our movies or hold our church services if you're interested in that. Library does have computers, so if you don't want to put one in your room, you still have access to a computer and a printer. We've got our activities kitchen. That would be where we hold most of our activities, especially arts and crafts. And then of course, cooking demonstrations and bingo. And then of course, our game room. This is where we celebrate our Margarita Mondays. We do happy hours in there sometimes. There's a pool table, a shuffleboard table, and then of course our poker tables. And that can be used to throw parties as well. So if once we're reopened and you're like, I'm turning 85, I'm gonna throw this massive soiree and I need a room that's gonna hold 50 people, that would be the room that we would be like, use that one. And you would be able to throw that party. We definitely love having families come visit when they can. So very lucrative with that one too. Just touch a little bit, we do have COVID-19 protocol and precautions set in the building. Lots listed here. As you can see, we're trying to stay proactive and stay ahead of the curve as much as we can and keep our residents and staff safe. So these are just a few things that we require. Good news is vaccines will be here in just a few short weeks. So we will start that process with moving forward to keep everybody safe. But we have been lucky enough to keep everything pretty close. Really no active cases, keeping it, clean cut to the T. We are kind of sticklers with the rules for protocols and precautions, but that's for our resident safety and our staff safety. Down at the bottom is our phone number, just in case you need to write that down if you had any additional questions or are interested. We are doing mini on-site tours, so you can actually come see a room in our building right now if you're interested in actually seeing, feeling that presence and being there personally, just in case. I personally like the virtual tours, but hey, people do like to see what they're buying. Nobody goes to buy a house without checking it out first. So that pretty much wraps up our presentation today. I will turn it back over to Brett and we can move forward there.
Great. Thanks so much, Leann. That was fantastic. What I'd like to do is open it up to audience questions that you might have. But just before I do, I just want to put up a quick poll. As Leann had mentioned, they are doing tours. So if you would like to organise a tour, you can either call Leann directly at the number she provided, or if you just want to mark on this form that's just come up on your screen, hopefully, Would you like to schedule an in-person tour of MorningStar? If you just check yes, I'll have Leann reach out to you and coordinate that at a time that works for both of you. And then if you would just like Leann to reach out to tell you more, to answer specific questions that aren't appropriate to ask on the call today, just say yes to the second question and Leann will follow up with you over the next few days. And then just the third question I've just put up there, we have our first seminar for the 2021 Truth Series on January the 21st, I believe. Do I have the date on there? I do, January the 21st. And that's going to be the truth about living longer, which we all want to live as long as possible, as long as we're in good health and so forth. So if you would like to attend, we'll go ahead and get you pre-registered. So that will be a webinar. We were hoping to be in person come January. We just found out yesterday that our venue won't be open in January because of COVID, obviously. And we are aiming to be back in person in February. The way that's going to work is we're going to do it in person and virtually via webinar. So for those who feel more comfortable just being at home, you'll be able to enjoy it just as you are now, except we'll all be in the room. Well, not all, but the speakers and some of the audience will be in the room and that'll be broadcast to you. So you'll have the option of attending in either form. So I'll just leave that poll up for a moment. Let me just go ahead and unmute everybody or allow you to unmute yourselves. So you should be able to unmute yourself if you have a question. So just feel free to click on the unmute button. I don't know if I can unmute everybody. It's probably better if you unmute yourself. And Estelle, I see you have your hand up. Yeah, please go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, thank you, Leann. I'm sorry, I came in a few minutes late. But the question I had is, how many residents have had COVID and how many people who work there have had COVID?
So we have had some cases. We've been fortunate enough that it's just been little spurts.
And do you know the number?
I think Leann has just frozen. I don't know if you're still with us there, Leann. I see you're frozen on the screen. So we'll just wait a moment. Hopefully Leann will be back with us. The joys of technology.
True.
And if I could answer those questions, I would, Estelle, but I don't know.
Okay.
The interesting thing with that is within reporting, it's kind of different between independent living, assisted living, and memory care. They're kind of licensed differently in terms of what shows up in numbers and so forth. I think Leann's dropped off and she'll reconnect back to us. Maybe their internet had a little hiccup. But it's wonderful news to hear that vaccines will be rolling out very shortly within our communities, our senior communities. So it's very welcome news for everybody. And from what I was being told is it'll be staff and residents that will be vaccinated first. So I see Leann's reconnecting.
I'm so sorry, our server just crashed. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, technical difficulties today. I'm so sorry about that. But back to your question, Estelle.
Yeah.
We have had 7 team members test positive, and we've had, I believe, about 12 residents test positive, and that's out of 200 residents and 100 staff members. Lucky enough, until recently, we didn't have any active cases in the building. A couple of our independent residents who were out in the community did catch it. So
that's a good test, actually, of how people take care of the seniors there. So, well, even one, of course, is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our independent residents have been able to come and go as they please. So they're able to go travel. They're able to go to stores. They can go wherever they like and they come back. We've been lucky enough that, keeping our assisted living and memory care residents safe. And they are kind of strict. MorningStar has been on the upper part of the restrictions. So we are trying to keep our residents as safe as possible. So we are pretty strict. They even ask us not to travel and not to be out in stores because here at MorningStar, we don't want to get anybody sick. We don't want to be the reason it comes into the building, and vice versa. Our residents don't want to get us sick. We're all one happy family here and we want everybody safe and healthy. So we've been very, very strict as possible as we can, and been what I would consider lucky enough to only have those few cases to mention out of 300 people. So we're still trying to move forward and keep everybody safe, but there are going to be those few who fight us. So.
And everyone survived?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
That's the best part of the news.
Yeah, we've
Everyone was
been
okay,
lucky.
came out of it.
Yeah, fingers crossed no one's been hospitalized for it either. So.
Oh, good. Okay.
Who else has a question for Leann? You just need to unmute yourself. I had a quick question, Leann, regarding the meals. Can you just elaborate a little bit more? You'd mentioned the 3 meals are included. Are they set? Do I choose from a menu? When can I have my meals? Tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, so in independent living, breakfast is a continental. So it's provided for 2 hours in the morning. Lunch and dinner are restaurant style. So we offer like rotating specials. And then of course your everyday menu. So those are going to be your staple foods like chili and cornbread, hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken, fresh fish, salad, sandwiches, soups, all of that. So those rotate every single day. And then if you're like, I'm not going to have the chicken enchiladas today, I'll just take, a cup of navy bean soup and a half of a sandwich. That's an option as well. And then we do have set meal times, but right now with COVID that we have had to break them up. So we almost serve about 6 hours a day. So.
I had a question also about that. Is there a refrigerator in the room that I can keep my wine in?
Oh yeah, so you'll have a full-size refrigerator. If you're interested, you can actually bring in a wine fridge. There's space throughout the apartment that could fit in. We do have quite a few residents who have wine fridges. So, beverage fridges are very popular.
Okay.
So you would have that access.
Okay.
I did see here somebody put in the chat, dress code for the dining room. So there is a dress code in the community that is to be dressed. We'd prefer that you don't walk around the community like in a robe and slippers. That would be something that we would be like, do you mind, getting dressed? If you want to walk around in, pants and a shirt and slippers, that's fine. But we ask that it be appropriately dressed for the community. Okay. Hopefully that covers it.
Perfect. Thanks, Leann. And so if you could elaborate how the meals work. I know we've had several clients that have chosen to move into MorningStar over other communities, and there's so many differences with every community, and we all have different priorities and importances. But the reason they chose was because of your meals. Could you explain just how that's different in terms of meals that are included? Can I eat as much as I want, or do I have points? Can I run out of food and have no meals at the end of the month? Do I end up with leftover meals? How does that work with MorningStar?
So it's 3 meals a day. That there's no point system. You get all 3. And breakfast, like I said, is continental. So if you want 2 bowls of cereal, some scrambled eggs, 2 pastries, a toast, 6 orange juices, and coffee, you can have it. If you go to lunch and you're like, well, the chicken enchiladas are good, and you're like, but I can eat 3 enchiladas, we'll give you 3 enchiladas. Or if you order it and you're like, you know what, something just doesn't taste right to me, and you want to order something else, you can order something else. If you want 3 lunches because you're starving, you can do that within reason. Same for dinner. We'd never want you to leave the dining room hungry. So whatever it takes to get you happy and fed is what we will do. Yeah.
And then you also mentioned the all-day program. Is that what it was called? I know one of our residents thought that was great. One of our clients who moved in with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So having that kind of, availability and variety, so you're not stuck just picking between 2 options, and then having those staple foods. Because sometimes, you're just like, I just want a grilled cheese. That's it. Being able to have those comfort foods and providing that is what we like. They do vary because sometimes we get seasonal things. So that is an option. Like we just kind of put chip beef on our all-day menu. That was something that was wanted. So things can come on, but it's going to be your staple food. We'll never change that. Our food here is absolutely great. I'll tell you, I eat here every single day. So I'm definitely an advocate for it. And there's a variety. If I'm here, 5-6 days a week, just like our residents, and I'm not quite tired of the food yet. So good news is, we have ethnic foods, we have comfort foods. And then of course, our fancy like Christmas dinners. Thanksgiving was absolutely great here. They made a killer turkey. So there is a lot of variety in the food.
Great, thank you, Leann.
And then I see here somebody else had asked, there is a second person fee for our couples out there. It does it ranges depending on what neighborhood you're looking for. There's an extra person fee in independent, that's $675. And then in assisted living, it's $750.
Who else has a question for Leann or would like to just say hello? Everyone is able to find how to unmute themselves, I hope. Just put your hand up if you're having trouble. Well, I guess some people don't have video on, but everyone else is good? Okay.
Yeah, and then Joe, I will answer to you privately because I see here that you put that privately. Judy had asked about pets. We are extremely pet friendly here. Small dogs, we ask it to be under 25, 30 pounds. We do like to meet all of our pets first. They do become residents here in the building. So they have their own profile and we do treat them like residents. There is a one-time pet fee of $1,000. Okay.
Is that per pet and how many pets? Is there a limit on the number of pets, Leann?
Preferably 2, maybe 3, depending on what you're looking at. No more than 2 dogs, no more than 2 cats.
Okay.
But if you have a dog and a bird, that's fine. Or a dog, a cat, and a bird. As long as you can take care of the animals, we're pretty good with it. Okay.
Any other questions? If not, we'll wrap up our tour for today. Did you have anything else you'd like to add, Leann, that came to mind that we didn't cover?
One thing I did not mention here at MorningStar is we are a month-to-month community. So when you move into MorningStar, you do sign a contract. I say it because it's basically committing 60 days here to the community, but it is month to month. So if something were to change or things were to, you're going to move across the country to go be next to your oldest son versus your youngest son, it is a month-to-month basis here. So kind of have some flexibility with us. Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to call the community. You can talk to myself or my partner. We're able to answer anything or any personal questions that may come up. That's, case by case scenario. Okay.
And I would just encourage everybody to take the time to visit our different communities, whether you plan on moving or not. I know some of us think we're never going to move, but just Annette and I, having worked with many seniors over the past 4 or 5 years or the past 20 years, unexpected things happen. And whether it's you or someone else that something unexpected happens to, it's great to be educated and understand what the different options are, the different communities, the differences and so forth. So it just behooves everyone just to, just take the time to go and visit a community or two, just to increase your own knowledge. And usually they're very generous in having you there for a meal. So it's great just to get to see how the communities operate. So I'd just encourage you to, visit a community. So just a huge thank you, Leann, for taking time out of your day and spending it with us and showing us your wonderful community. I've been there numerous times. We have a number of clients, residents that are there and have eaten there. And it's a great community. Yeah, can't say much more than that. So again, thank you to everybody for being with us today. And we look forward to seeing you on the next Retired Living Truth Series webinar, and can't wait to be back in person and see everybody again. So thank you again, and everybody have a fantastic rest of today. And Merry Christmas to everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.